Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
They're polite. I mean, they just take the time for you.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
I like the Angels for what they've done for me.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.
Eagle Community Television presents Community Connection with your host, Mike Cooper.
Hello and welcome again to Community Connection from Eagle Community Television. Thanks for watching. Thanks as always to the producer and editor and behind the camera for our series, Jeff DeRall. We're at the Robbins Center on the campus of Fort Hays State University with Jason Willoughby, the president and CEO of the Fort Hays State University Foundation. And a little bit later on, we're going to meet the Director of Development at Fort Hays State, Jon Armstrong. Jason, if we could, let's begin with campus news, first of all, if we could. What
Sure.
can you tell us about President Myrta Martin?
Well, what I can tell you, Mike, is that she's a very passionate woman who cared deeply about our students, and for issues that I'm not privy to the details and couldn't discuss if I did, she's decided to step down as the president of Fort Hays State. So we wish her the best. We know that she'll do great things wherever she goes, but at this time she's decided to move on from Fort Hays State. But we feel like she left Fort Hays in great hands. So all I can really say is we wish her the best, and if she's watching, we wish her happy holidays.
We understand she is in the role of consultant now at Fort Hays State?
She is. The Board of Regents announced before Thanksgiving that she would be a consultant during this interim time, I believe until the end of the school year.
You're a little bit under the weather today.
I am.
Fighting the voice thing. I've been there. So you're going to basically defer to Jon Armstrong, right?
I am. Jon is our newest Director of Development. We have four, I'm sorry. My predecessor, Tim Chapman, Jared Scheel, and Melanie Bannister. And we've added Jon to our team. And Jon comes to us from a long history at Fort Hays State, and I'll let him tell you about that. But we're excited to have him. He's doing an amazing job here at the foundation, and I wanted you to have a chance to visit with him.
Absolutely. By the way, you mentioned Tim Chapman, and I was thinking the other day, I saw Tim at one of the music productions for Hays High recently, and saw the beautiful portrait that Joel had done in the lobby here. So
Yes.
if you haven't seen that of the former director, come see that.
Absolutely. Commissioned by Steve Shields, a friend of Tim and I's from Manhattan, Kansas, and painted by Joel Dugan here, an art professor. I think he really captures Tim's likeness and Tim's energy. So it's in the lobby of the Robbins Center if anybody'd like to see it.
Well, we're going to defer to you, Jason. Thanks for opening the Robbins Center to us, President and CEO of the Fort Hays State University Foundation. We'll meet the Director of Development next on our Community Connection.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
And the Angel Care nurse comes to see me once a week.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
Angel Care has helped to stay home.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.
Back at the Robbins Center on the campus of Fort Hays State University with Jon Armstrong, Director of Development and the Fort Hays State Foundation. Jon, I hate to bring this up initially, but I guess you have some kind of a history with our producer, Jeff DeRall.
I've known Jeff for quite some time, yes.
And that's pretty scary.
We'll stay there.
Okay, probably so. I'll get with you after the program about some of the stories, all right? Some of which I've already heard. Jon, tell me a little about your history. You have quite a history at Fort Hays State, though.
I sure do, an exciting history. Of course, being a graduate of Fort Hays State University. In my student affairs background, after I graduated from Fort Hays, I spent 10 years as the Director of Admissions at Seward County Community College. And in 2007, moved to Fort Hays, and I was the Assistant Director of Admissions and Transfer Coordinator. an exciting time and growth, of course, at Fort Hays State and our students, and you know, the milestones that we've reached in enrollment is a credit to this awesome university and the people that work here. And I really enjoyed my time, and now transitioned over to the foundation. September 1 was the first day, so it's been a great move.
Well, I know you're playing catch up now to learn all of the ins and outs of the foundation, but tell us what's new.
You know, two things that are just wonderful news to the foundation and to the university is the first time in 114 years we have 2 colleges that have been named at Fort Hays State. And to know that those donors and their decision to do that has been a multi-year process of looking at doing something like this. And the Robbins College of Business and Entrepreneurship, of course, is one I'm talking about, and the Worth College of Science, Technology, and Math. Both unique interests from donors. With the Banking Institute and the Robbins College of Business and Entrepreneurship is an exciting piece of that puzzle that W.R. Robbins is very excited about. And we'd love to have you know, our Dean of the College of Business come over and visit with you, and as well as Melanie Bannister. She's had a lot to do with the College of Business and be in that area to talk about the Banking Institute. And then the Worth College of Science, Technology, and Mathematics. You know, Peter has a unique interest in entrepreneurship. So to tie in entrepreneurship and physics and chemistry and how those 3 mold together is an interesting topic. In fact, when he was here on dedication day, we had the press conference. He spoke to some students on campus, and just his unique ability to tie in the sciences and entrepreneurship is very unique. So we're super excited about those 2 things in particular.
Giving some basic information studies to the students, but yet expanding their knowledge of the real world, if you will.
Definitely so, and he gave the students an opportunity to ask questions, and just kind of an open mic type of atmosphere, and it was great to see his passion for what he wants for Fort Hays State and what students to understand, to be that forward-thinking type of student and knowing what's out in the market and how you can take your education and put it forward into an entrepreneurial spirit. So.
Tell me about some of the changes that have taken place since Jason and I had a chance to talk.
So just a couple of minutes ago, changes?
Matter of fact, yeah.
You know, I would say that what's unique about the foundation is the leadership that Jason brings to the foundation. I was excited to know that, you know, under the leadership of him and the team that we have, to be able to learn the things about how the university and the foundation work very well together and collaborate. A lot of universities, there's some definite potholes of people and what they do, and that education, that collaboration, and that relationship between the 2 sometimes are a little bit in disarray, and I don't feel that at Fort Hays State at all. We all are a part of the family of Fort Hays State University, so I don't know that that's necessarily a change, but I think it's becoming more evident that we're working with our deans now a lot more in the donor relationship side of things, which has happened sporadically, but now it's really been something that we're really dedicated toward. And our deans, we attended a conference together, and it was a great feeling to know what piece they have in the puzzle when it comes to talking to a potential donor.
And I think people should be aware that emphasis of involving the deans in the donor relationship was one of the hallmarks of President Myrta Martin's work.
You bet, you bet. You know, she was a definite student advocate, and you know, there are a couple exciting things that have gone on and here recently, 2 of which, well, one's in our College of Education. Just learned the other day in our student affairs meeting that I attend as part of my relationship with the university as being a foundation employee is to work with student affairs, and I'd like to get to the Student Success Center at some point in time to talk about that's another change. But we have 175 student teachers out in the field right now, which is the largest in the Fort Hays State history. Another exciting piece is our Kansas Academy of Math and Science. I learned we have 11 students that are working with the University of St. John in Cambridge in London. They're studying on our campus. Our students are collaborating research, and they're going to take that to London for 10 days. To be able to work with another university in another country and have our CAM students, can you imagine being a sophomore in high school potentially, and then junior in high school, and then going to London to study with other people? An incredible feat for our students to go and experience that type of education background.
Boy, it's good to know some amazing things are happening
Definitely.
in Fort Hays State. So About the Journey campaign, this $100 million campaign that's underway now.
Right.
How can people help support it?
Well, the first thing I would say is every gift matters. I would invite people to check out the foundation.fhsu.edu website. When you're in a campaign, it's all different levels of giving that definitely make a difference. You know, we have multiple campaigns. We have a campus campaign. We have an I Fed the Tiger campaign. So whether it's a $5 donation, a $20, a $50, or we have donors that have been giving for 20, 30 years at $200 to $300 a year and what they can do, and every gift definitely matters. We have phone calls all the time about people that may have us listed, you know, in their will or in a trust. They have an annuity or something that they have and it's been with the family and they want to give back to Fort Hays State, and whether it's a major gift or something that they feel like they want to give back, all of those different things definitely matter in us through the history of Fort Hays State, but not only the importance of the Journey campaign that we have, which is an exciting time that we can roll out what we're doing in efforts to be that arm to help Fort Hays State University move forward for the next however many years. I mean, you don't have a campaign once and then go, oh, we're good for 3 years. And this is a long-term relationship, and we're really excited about the campaign.
And those donors many times just want to give back to Fort Hays State because they see the university potential and growth. Definitely so.
You know, we reached a milestone with being the third largest Kansas Regents University in the state of Kansas, which is something we're all excited about, and we are moving forward. I mean, we've seen record enrollments this last year with the second highest enrollment in our freshman class in the history of Fort Hays State University. Through the campaign, of course, we have our pillars. Scholarships is, of course, the largest need. Our programs of distinction, which is our colleges, as well as the Sternberg Museum, the Kansas Wetlands, as well as, you know, our Alumni Association. But those pillars that we have, and the third being athletics, talk about moving forward an exciting time. We're looking at expanding the Hubbard Press Box at Lewis Stadium. This is an exciting time for athletic donors to get active now that Fort Hays State has won the first bowl in the history of the university. So congratulations to Coach Brown and the Tiger football team and everyone in Tiger Nation. What an exciting time to watch them on TV. And so the expansion of the Hubbard Press Box will be really amazing. Jared Scheel is working with Curtis Hammocky on that to get the idea out to people and what we can do to make our football program take it to the next level. So that's another pillar that we have within the Journey campaign.
Yeah, John, you've touched on several areas there, and that was one of the things I was wondering about is, can donors direct the funds to an area of their interest as opposed to, say, a general donation?
Definitely so. We have a lot of donors that do have some parameters on what their passion and their interest is, which is totally fine. A lot of times donors will ask us, we want to reach out to the university and help. Tell us, John, what's the biggest need? And with that, we open doors to be able to give to a certain area, like if they're an agriculture major or an education major, whether it be business or whatever. And we can put that in an unrestricted fund for the college to use it for a piece of equipment, for scholarships, for the biggest need that they have within the department. And a lot of people, that's what they want. I just want to fill a need. Others want to give back to, say, Southwest Kansas. Let's say I'm from Liberal and I want to have a scholarship for students in Seward County or in Grant County or Morton County to help students from Southwest Kansas have the opportunity to attend Fort Hays State and obtain some type of scholarship. So we're totally open and donor friendly. We want them to know that there are options, and we're very flexible with their passion and their wishes and how they want to give back to this great university.
And once again, there are many ways of donating, but for further information about the foundation, what's the website again?
You bet. It's foundation.fhsu.edu.
You've given us a couple of ideas for future community connection programs. We'll be seeing more of you, John.
You bet, and we appreciate your check before we had the interview as well.
Always the fundraiser, right? Jon Armstrong, the Director of Development for the Fort Hays State Foundation and our Community Connection.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
And the Angel Care nurse comes to see me once a week.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
Angel Care has helped to stay home.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.